Okay, so fast forward now. We're at the convention.
Right.
You win it? How? I didn't know it was a competition.
Right. So it's like a competition, but it's also just like you're just going to
It's
see
just,
these,
it's like, yeah,
right.
meet and greet.
But there are categories that you can win. So
Oh, cool.
so you can do every single category that they have. So they have singing, dancing, there's acting categories, modeling categories, photography categories, and all this stuff. I did everything. I did everything that I felt like I was like possibly able to do.
Yeah.
And so the more categories you do, obviously you have a higher chance of winning an overall title. And so they have overall actor, overall like male model, overall female model, overall commercial, blah, blah, blah. And so I went, and my primary goal is to be an actor. But I was like, look, if I can take a picture too. And so I had done photo shoots and this and that to get ready for the thing. And I ended up winning overall male model of 2008.
Damn.
And I was just like, and on one hand I was excited, but on the other hand I was like, does that mean that I wasn't like the best actor there? Because I was like, even though I was 16, I was just kind of like, man, I still knew that like acting was what I wanted to do because I was like, I'm not that tall.
Yeah.
So I was like, realistically, I knew I wasn't going to be, modeling or going down any runways and stuff. But yeah, I won. And if you win, then you get to come back to the convention for the rest of your life for free.
What? That's amazing.
Yeah. So I was like,
Wow.
I could go like, tomorrow if I wanted.
What's the name of the convention?
Talent Inc.
Talent Inc.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
It is fantastic. And one thing I'll say about that convention is one of the coolest things that happened is that they usually have a guest speaker come to the convention, and
tell me it's Tyra Banks.
Not quite, but close. Brooklyn Decker, actually,
man.
she came to the convention whenever I went, and it was such a big deal because the news had done a big piece about her. The local news did a big piece about her about being this local like Charlotte girl who was going to be in Sports Illustrated and all this kind of stuff. And I mean, Brooklyn had to be like 19.
Yeah, not that much older than you.
Yeah, like exactly. And so, it was a big deal because I had already seen that video at home, and then they showed it at this agency, and I was like, oh man. And then he's saying 10%. Then I go to the convention, and Brooklyn Decker's this guest speaker, and I'm like, what? And I was like, man, I'd love to be the guest speaker at one of these things one day. I was like, I got to work hard so that one day my agent thinks that I'm good enough to like come back and be the speaker here.
Yeah.
And 10 years later,
you did it.
Me and my mom both did it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was amazing.
What'd your mom speak about?
My mom spoke about her experience being a parent
That's
to somebody.
amazing.
Yeah, because I mean, she was the one that brought me when I was 16, and I went back. I think it was about a year and a half, 2 years ago, maybe, that I went and did this, and they were like, "Well, would your mom speak too?" And I was like, yeah, I'll get to do it. And I tell my mom's just like, well, Gentry, I don't know what to say. I'm going to be so nervous. And like, what am I going to say up there? And I was like, Mom, that's what people's parents like think. That's what they want to see.
Yeah.
They want to see that. They want to hear about you not knowing what to do with a 16-year-old kid from the small town Monroe, North Carolina, and not knowing what it was that your kid was actually trying to do. None of your family members, none of your friends, nobody that you know is an actor.
Yeah.
But you know that your kid wants to do it. And she was like, basically, it's just, you just try to support your kid in what it is that they want to do. And my mom is amazing with that. And she did just that.
That's
and because
amazing.
She was so supportive, I feel like it's my duty to work really hard and do my best to try to make this work.
That's great.
And so to be able to have her come to the convention and sit on that stage and talk about our experience so many years ago in front of all these people who were just like she and I, it meant so much to me.
Bet.
And and even to this day, like that's one of my favorite things is to talk about like the process and, truly how difficult, but how rewarding this can be. And to also just like respect the people that help you in this process, because it's not just you.
No.
It's your parents. It's the friends that help you do self-tapes. It's the friends that help you read. It's the roommate that drives you to your audition because your car broke down. There's so many things that go into it that you really have to like turn around and say thank you to those people whenever you do get a little piece of that pie.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a great little monologue.
Oh.